Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, build empires with my friends. I'm about hell in my business. No time for stress over bullshit. You think success is an option? I'm trying to get this shit poppin' like woo, big move.
Can we get a round of applause because we are on the second to last episode? Yes, we are on the second to last episode. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to another episode of Homegirl Intervention. I am your lovely host, Zahria, and we are back. I'm looking a little like childish today with these two pigtails. If y'all haven't noticed, which some of y'all have, because I got DMs and some of y'all have noticed and left a comment that every single video my hair is different and my nails are different every episode. Yes, I have put in the work. Okay. And this is actually the first time I am recording an episode that is coming out this week. So I have pre-recorded all of them, but I left the last two episodes open because one, I wanted to like catch up. I didn't want to be too far behind on the time. So I wanted to like not be putting out like super old information, outdated stuff, even though these aren't really like pop culture type of stuff, but I wanted to be up to date. So today is actually like the end of February for me. And when y'all see it, it's the end of February, beginning of March. So cool. What do I have on? This is a Smile More hoodie from, girl, I have no idea. And I have like this little stain is makeup. Oh my God, let's not talk about it. But this is a Smile More sweatshirt. It's a size large or medium. I cannot remember where I got it from. Please just type in Smile More. I think Urban Outfitters. Maybe. And then the skirt that I have on is this just yellow. It's just a cute yellow skirt from, girl, I have no idea. Oh my God, I'm just not any help to you guys right now when it comes to the outfit. Where is this fuzzy skirt from? I'm gonna say ASOS, maybe Dolls Kill, maybe Revolve. I got a lot of my skirts from Revolve because I like how they fit. And then I have on no shoes today. I have on some colorful striped socks because my shoes are over there. And girl, sometimes I just need to have my feet on the ground to brace myself. So yeah, like that is the outfit of the day. How are y'all liking the episode so far? I have been getting a lot of DMs from y'all, and y'all actually been emailing the page. And I was supposed to be putting out content on the actual Homegirl Intervention page with like the Ask Zahria stuff. But I don't know, some of them, I just been kind of like talking back and forth with y'all. I haven't really gone out and recorded the videos because I'm not sure in the way I want to record them. Like, do I just want to do a bunch of, let me know what y'all think. Should I just do a bunch of short form content, or I just put out like 5-minute video, reading the question, answering it, blah, blah, blah. Or should I put them all into one video, read them off, and like make it long form video? I haven't decided how I want to do that yet, which is why I haven't put that out there. But one of the messages I got from a girl was regarding body image, which is what kind of made me create this episode today, because I was just like, oh my God, this is something I think a lot of women suffer from, and that'll be a good topic. So I'm not going to read off what she told me on this episode or whatever, but I did want to say that ignited the fire to this. So my random thoughts, let's just knock those out the way because I have a couple. So first things first, I am tired of crockpot recipes that have cream cheese in them. Every time I see a TikTok video with a crockpot recipe, it always has cream cheese. Why do y'all like cream? I love cream cheese on a good bagel, but not to be in every, like if I'm not making buffalo chicken dip or maybe Rotel. I don't even add cream cheese to my Rotel, but maybe then cream cheese. But every recipe I see involves cream cheese, and I'm confused. So yeah, I really need to get back on YouTube with the cooking stuff because we losing recipes around here, and I need the crock pot recipes with the cream cheese to go. I just wish we could get rid of that. Okay. Then I saw, this was like a long time ago. Keep in mind, I made a lot of these notes for the episodes like a year ago. And one of them was a tweet that had typed about like the types of meals I need to eat in private. And it's always something that comes up with people like type of meal I need to have privacy to eat, meaning like you finna chow down, you finna go crazy, you finna go ham. I need privacy to eat this meal. And I listed out a couple meals that I just refuse to eat in front of anybody I'm not like super tight knit and comfortable with. And first thing on my list was oxtails. One thing about it, if I'm eating oxtails, baby, I need to be in front of like friends, family, man. Cannot be first date type of food. Cannot be random people in the middle of a restaurant type of food, because when you get oxtails, as much as you try to get it off with a fork or whatever, as much as you pay for them, $40 for a plate, I'm getting like hands-on food activity when it comes to oxtails. So that's my first one. Oxtails, girl, don't invite me to have no oxtails unless we like this, because I'm gonna throw down. Five Guys or like giant burgers. I'm not really a big burger person. I don't eat fast food burgers. Like, only fast food burger you'll catch me eating is like a Five Guys, like a real patty type of burger, like a Steak and Shake or something. And that's also something, girl, if I'm eating a burger and I'm throwing down on a burger, it needs to be a situation where I am sleeves rolled up at home in complete privacy. That's on my list. Next one, burrito tacos. As much as you can try to eat a good taco cute, because you can get away with it, I don't think you get all the flavors of a burrito taco unless you like sopping the juices and whatever. So burrito tacos, you really have to get down and dirty. And I don't think there's any other way to eat them. Like, you got to be elbow deep in burrito juice sauce. My other thing, honestly, all three of these, like burrito tacos, nachos, burritos, I can eat nachos in public, but burritos are so messy. I never really choose burritos unless it's like a breakfast burrito somewhere, but I never really choose burritos because they're so messy. But that is one of those things where, like, girl, you need privacy to eat. And then my last one was corn on the cob. I think I got this from like having braces. If you've had braces in the past, you know, eating corn, it gets stuck all in the brackets and it's so hard to get out. It's a certain type of like toothpick floss that you have to use to get it out. It's so annoying. And now that I don't have braces, I still don't eat corn on the cob in public. And it's one of those things that are like, you cannot eat corn on the cob in front of somebody because the juice is splattering everywhere. It's just getting crazy. It's getting real wild. It's getting real crazy. And I know some of y'all might have seafood boil on y'all list, but it's not on my list. You know why? Because I'm a professional at cracking crab. I can make it look real cute. And yes, I'm going to dip it in a sauce. I'm not one of them. I'm not embarrassed. I will get down. Yeah, corn on the cob. That was the last one. So those are the type of meals that I need privacy to eat. Now, it also had me thinking about this list I made a while ago about meals that's hard to eat without like the main attraction or like the sauce. And for example, Wingstop. If I'm getting Wingstop and they ran out of ranch, you could go ahead and put my order back and give me a refund. I'm not eating these wings and these fries without the ranch. Honestly, I'm not picking up the food. If we get all the way home and I look in the bag and see that the ranch is gone, I will leave my house and go back up there. I'm not eating my Wingstop without the ranch. Other one was Chipotle, the vinaigrette. I already know y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go ask for salad dressing. My Chipotle, if I get it without that, it just does not hit the same. I have had like whole relationships or friendships where I'd be like, you didn't get the vinaigrette? Like, you gonna have to go back up there, baby. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I didn't have my DoorDasher forget vinaigrette, and I'm giving a 1 star because that was the highlight of the meal. And it just don't hit the same. It just, when you got your mind set on this certain type of flavors and certain type of taste that you got to have, and then it shows up with no sauce, it killed the vibe. It just kills the vibe. So yeah, if I get all the way up to the register and they say, oh, we don't have no salad dressing, I ask them before they even make my bowl, do y'all have salad dressing? Okay, go ahead and slide that down with my bowl because I need it. I don't even know how I was eating Chipotle without the vinaigrette, to be honest, because when I first started eating it with the vinaigrette in college. So before college, I was just eating plain bowl. I don't know. And then my last one was foods without the main attraction is Popeyes. Girl, Popeyes without the Cajun sparkle just don't hit the same. Now, I have got put on to the honey and hot sauce type of thing, and it's good. But if you don't know what Popeyes Cajun sparkle is, I don't need y'all to go taste it. Oh my God, the Cajun sparkle is so good. Like, you just sprinkle it on everything and it just gives it this just like pop of flavor. I don't even know what Cajun sparkle is, girl. It's just good. But speaking of Popeyes, this is completely off topic, but I just have to get into it. If you work at Popeyes out there, I would love for you to comment on this video and DM me, or just DM me, because what kind of training goes on at Popeyes? I'm highly convinced that they purposely hire people that have terrible customer service and that are rude. And I don't know if y'all get WWE training or something to be able to be a part of the Popeyes employee crew, but it's always hostility. And because I don't want anybody to spit on my food, I always take the high road, okay? I'm always like, you know what? I'm not going to match energy today. When they go low, you go high. You know, like Michelle Obama said, but there's been a couple times where I get to that window and y'all act, stank, and flip. And I don't know what it's about. I'm talking about, I could be, hi, hello. I would like to have a number 3 combo with a pickle jalapeno on the side, Cajun sparkle. And they be like, all right, pull to the window. Or you get up there, we don't got that. I must have misheard you, because I know this person is not screaming at me through the drive-thru box. Then you get to the window, they snatching the money out your hand, they throwing your receipt and change at you like they could care less, throw the bag at you, have a good day, bye, drink be watered down. Don't let you have to come back and say, this isn't right, or my chicken is cold. Like, don't let you have to say that, because now it's going to turn to a whole brawl. And this is not just specific to one city. I done been to Popeyes in St. Louis. I done been to Popeyes in Michigan. I done been to Popeyes where was I in Michigan? That was in Detroit when I was with my friends. And we stopped at a Popeyes. Girl, it was hood. Okay. Popeyes in Atlanta, ridiculous. Now, if you go to the Popeyes over there in East Point, it's like older Black women. So they kind of give you like, hey, baby, how you doing? Like that kind of thing. I'm cool. That's okay. The one over there in East Point, that's cool. But the ones in the city, the one right in Buckhead, tripping. Whereas how I've been to Popeyes, I done been to Popeyes in so many different cities, and it's all the same. It's like y'all got the training to be hostile. What is up with that? I done been to Popeyes in Tennessee, in 2 places, Nashville and Memphis. I done been to Popeyes in Tampa, and I done been to Popeyes in Miami. It's all the same. Why is it all the same? I don't know. Do I have to go to a Popeyes in Utah or something? Somebody leave a comment down below. If you work at Popeyes or you got a family member that work at Popeyes, I got questions that I need answered, because the hostility, it's like, why do I have to combat somebody for the food? I'm coming to here peaceful. I'm hungry. I'm just here for the peace. And it always get a little crazy. Now, I will say this. At the Popeyes that used to be near my old apartment in Hampton, I know my roommate Maya, we used to always go to this Popeyes that was right off the exit to our apartment, like right up the street, like 5 minutes. It used to always be young boys, like 18, 19, 20, working at this Popeyes, 21, whatever. They was always young, nobody over 25. We used to get the hook up. We pull up there, they give us free biscuits, free apple pies, free lemonades, free chicken. Like, we just pull up and they be like, oh, what's up? Like, we got you. Girl, that's the Popeyes that I liked, because we didn't even have the money. We would just pull up like, we ain't even got no money. We just finna see if Darren is here. Is Darren here? Oh, what's up, Darren? Go ahead, let me get number 4. Like, let me get number 4 real quick. But yeah, I would like to know that about Popeyes. That's completely off topic, but next thing on the list, this is random, but it pertains to the topic of the day. But there was a recall on oats. I don't know if y'all seen this. Go Google it. I'm very up in the food industry. Y'all know I have my Apple News on all things culinary, all things food. I'm always in the know, because I need to know what's going on. It's E. coli on the lettuce at Chipotle. I'm the one that's going to tell you. I know about it. There's a recall on oats, Quaker Oats, Cheerios, because it had a pesticide in it that was causing infertility, like reproductive and developmental issues. A pesticide in cereal. Keep in mind, I don't even really eat Quaker, like I don't eat oatmeal, but I do every once in a while get a little honey nut Cheerio, blueberry Cheerio, because I like that cereal. But there's a pesticide in it, heavy pesticide, that is linked to reproductive issues and developmental issues. How insane. Like, what are we putting in our bodies? We can't even have cereal without potentially being infertile now. Like, this is too much going on, right? So yes, that's just, if y'all been eating Cheerios, just hang it up for a minute. And I felt like something was up. Let me tell you why. I am really big on granola bars, right? So I buy big packs of granola bars from Sam's, the peanut butter chocolate chip ones that come in a little variety pack, because it's cheaper there. Don't buy the little $9 pack in the grocery store, girl. You only getting maybe 7, 8, 9 in there. You could get a box of 40 for $12 at Sam's. I'm just telling you. And all of a sudden, right, I go there one week after eating a whole box full, And I don't see it on the shelves nowhere. I'm thinking, oh, maybe they sold out. Maybe, sports teams come into Sam's and stuff and buy stuff in bulk. Like maybe they sold out. After the second week of me going there, I'm like, something's up. So I start Googling. That's when I first started seeing some articles saying like, oh, Quaker Oats products are being recalled, but they never had like a long explanation of why and what's going on. So I was just kind of like, maybe, something happened in the factory, stuff like that be happening. Food protocols type stuff. Girl, less than 3 weeks later, after I was like, dang, it ain't here again. Like, I'm going back in here week after week after week because I just get them as a routine. They weren't there. Just a couple weeks ago, they come out and say that it's a pesticide in Quaker Oats and Cheerio products that cause reproductive issues. Girl, we can't have nothing. This is why, Zahria, mark my words today, I will have a farm. Y'all are invited because y'all watching this video. And come and get your free fruit and vegetables, okay? I'm going to have jellies and jams and bread and butter. Okay, I'm going to be making homemade cereal like the lady on TikTok that people be trying to clown, Ballerina Farm. Or no, not Ballerina Farm. What's her name? Nara. I think her name is Nara, and they try to clown her because she's Mormon or something, whatever. And she makes homemade cereals and like, we don't have time for that. Let me tell you something. If it come down to me versus me and my children and my husband eating pesticide-filled food versus me making and spending a couple hours on it, I'd be making my own cereal too. I'm just saying. And like I said about the farm thing, y'all know I'm getting me a farm. I keep saying it over and over again, but I'm really just speaking into existence. I should go into detail one day and like just give y'all the 401 and rundown of all like the programs and grants I'm in. Like, girl, I've been studying agriculture for like almost a year now. It's serious. Your girl is serious about it. And I'm gonna share that knowledge with y'all one of these days, especially when I get everything settled and figured out. Then I'm willing to share that. But that just brings me back to the idea of the barter system. If you know anything about the barter system, if you learned about Mesopotamia when you were in school, the barter system is an exchange of goods and services for other goods and services. I'm giving you a pile of food, you coming and helping in this, helping in the house or whatever. We need to bring that back. Okay, can we get back to the idea of community? Okay, I don't mind living in a small town where we all know the same plumber, the same electrician, all our kids kind of on the same page, going to school. It's more tight knit than just a large city. That's the kind of environment I want to be in, because right now it's dangerous. It's crazy out here and it's dangerous. The school system's not teaching nobody nothing. And I've always been on the fence about homeschool because it's like, I don't want my kids to like not have social interaction, but I also don't want them to be in a school where one, they're not learning, and two, they are learning things they're not supposed to be exposed to because other parents aren't parenting, But if I have a community, small knit community where the classroom about 20 kids of all the people, I know all the neighbors of the kids that's going to this school, I'm down. I am down. So yeah, I want the barter system to come back, and y'all all welcome to the farm. Only the people that's watching this video today on this Sunday. Wait, when is this going out? February 25th. All the people that's watching this on February 25th, y'all have a personal invitation from me. Code word, smile. But yeah, we should bring the barter system back. And that brings me into our topic of the day, the intervention portion of today's episode. So I've been doing a little bit of my own personal research, and I have been evaluating the relationship women, specifically Black women, have with food. And not just like what we eat. I'm talking about our diet culture, how we are just disconnected from the idea of the BMI, the body mass index. It doesn't take into account different builds, whatever, genetics. I'm talking about eating disorders, things like that. And I'm not going to go too deep into it because I don't want this episode to be too long. Y'all did say that y'all like the long form videos and that y'all be watching them. So that's actually kind of good. Y'all need to be sharing this with your family and friends so that not just for me to get the views, which is also a plus, but so everybody could be in the know, girl. We need to all be on the same page. But basically, the standard of health being thin and white is detrimental to the community. These studies and everything that goes out, it's not inclusive. And then I think about like how women, especially Black women, get shamed in the media as well for even when they are healthy. I know y'all remember Serena Williams being attacked. She is one of the best tennis players in the world. And she has a muscular frame, a muscular build, especially upper body, because strength, hello. And they were literally tearing her apart for her image because they said she looks too masculine, looks too manly. Even back in the day, y'all remember the rumor going around about Sierra when we was like in elementary school, middle school, and they was saying Sierra was a man? How detrimental to our own community. And why? Because Sierra was muscular and had an athletic build because she was a dancer. Like, let's be for real, right? You can't be fat, you can't be skinny, because then we're gonna talk about that. Well, let's just get into it now. It's no winning, right? You're always going to lose when it comes to the idea of body image, because if you're too thin, now you got your grandma like, you all meat and bones. You need some more meat on those bones. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're too big, it's, oh, you need to lose some weight, girl. You getting too big. You blah, blah, blah. And it really the call be from inside the house, first of all. Okay, because granny don't be too skinny, no way. But it's also one of those things where your first bully, your first person that points out how you look are either your peers in school, right? Or your own family members, your own home. You're showing them to the family reunion, everybody, oh, look at you. That also goes into, those comments also go into how eating disorders are overlooked in the Black community, because when a woman, it may be binge eating or having this and she's gaining more weight, you know, from her teenage body or whatever, people are like, oh, she's filling in, she got a little shape, or, you know, she getting her grown woman body. That's negative, right? When they think of eating disorders, I know when y'all close your eyes and think of eating disorder, first thing that probably pops into your head is anorexia, right? Most people know about that. What do you know about anorexia? It makes you super like frail, super thin, almost like skeleton-like frame. That anorexia is not extremely common in the Black community. Not to say that it doesn't happen, but it's extremely uncommon. I mean, did I say common? I meant to say uncommon. But what is more common in our community is binge eating. That's why you have to know the different variations of disorders and be able to recognize them so you can help yourself and your family members, because I had to evaluate my relationship with food, right? And I realized that most of the places and spaces that I hang out with my family and friends always involve a meal. Okay, no matter if you're hungry or not, you getting some banana pudding. Like in my own home, I wouldn't even go from dinner to dessert. But when I'm around at the family reunion, and I'm around my family and they got, you know, all these cakes and varieties, I am like almost binge eating because it's normalized in our community. We eat till we are so full, we finna sleep on the couch and pass out. We don't know a limit. And you have to just, like I said, evaluate your relationship with food. And just from personal experience, after evaluating my relationship with food, I recognized within myself, and this is maybe like a year or two ago, I recognized within myself that I would override the message that my brain says of, oh girl, that's enough. Like, you just save it for later. You too full. If I had a plate and it had just this much food left, I will shove it down just to eat it. And now I'm overly stuffed to the point where I'm like finna vomit. And I recognized that within myself. Then I started to like, you know, unpack that bag. Like, why am I doing it? Why? And it's because when you sit at the table as a kid, your parents like, you're not getting up from this table until that plate is empty. But it's like my brain is telling me I'm full, but I'm being forced to eat this food so I don't get in trouble. Like now I have learned that in my adult life, as it don't matter if it's a little bit left on this plate, you finish it till you are stuffed. But I noticed like, girl, we don't need to eat the whole Subway sandwich. You can eat half and save the other half for later. You can't. You're not going to be starving. Like sometimes you have to eat to feel satisfied and not eat to feel full. That's something that I had to unlearn. And I know y'all probably experienced that too, because I feel like it's almost written in our community to stuff ourselves so much to the point of being like greedy and like full to the max. And after evaluating like the things that I do that's unhealthy to my own body, and I was able to pinpoint them, I'm now able to notice them and be like, girl, I'm going to take this slice of banana for the family reunion, but I'm going to put it on a plate with some foil on it, and I'm going to save it for when I get home or for later. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to scarf it down now. So yeah, like as it pertains to eating disorders, we like to associate eating disorders with the typical teen white girl that's getting bullied in school for being not skinny enough. And we often overlook how eating disorders affect other communities, right? And then what I was going to say about the eating disorder thing, it's not just a teen white thing. I already talked about anorexia, but the binge eating oftentimes comes from emotional traumas and emotional eating. So we happy, we all get together, we gonna eat. We sad, I'm feeling down, I'm gonna eat. I'm angry, I'm pissed off, I'm finna go get some food. And also the types of foods we correlate. I've been reading this book called Hooked by Michael Moss. Is it Michael Moss or Michael Frost? Something like that. And it talks about how addictive and dangerous sugar is, almost to the point of like being as addictive as drugs, as caffeine. But I'm not going to get into all that. Y'all know, I don't want to, we're not talking about that today. But that unhealthy relationship that Black women have with food is from a whole bunch of different factors. And I just am bringing awareness to this so that y'all can evaluate what your relationship is like with food, especially in your household. Another thing we don't talk about is the socioeconomic issues that Black women face as it pertains to food, such as living in a food desert. And I saw this firsthand in New York. I was in maybe Brooklyn or the Bronx, one of those areas, at a friend's house or whatever. And he was like, let's get some food. You look on DoorDash, everything nearby is fried foods, every once in a while, a Jamaican restaurant or whatever. I was in Manhattan for a week, and in Manhattan, you could get Korean food, a salad shop, smoothies, juicing type of places. All these places that are just available and ready at hand. A Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's. Over there in the Bronx, you have to get your groceries from the bodega, which is like essentially like a gas station corner store. It's almost the same thing. And in there, you're getting Wonder Bread, which is, y'all know, high in sugar and white bleached flour. You're getting, the bottom of the barrel vegetables. So even if I get a healthy cookbook to okay, I'm going to better my life and read this cookbook, and it's got all these different salads and sandwiches and things I can fix that look good to me that I can fix. You go into your local grocery store and the things that are on this recipe aren't even available to you. In fact, even if they are, the lettuce you're picking is wilted. It's not appealing to the eye. Your tomatoes are bruised. Your onions are two days away from being unedible and old. And we make it a us issue when it's not a us issue. It's not a us issue. We are living in food deserts or food swamps, some might call them. And we are unable to have the same resources as somebody that can keep up with their body, just like exercise. It's a luxury. Yes, everybody could go out and jog and that's free. But to have a gym membership, you paying $20 a month. Some people don't have that. Some people don't even live near a gym. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can afford a trainer. Not everybody can pay $500 a month for a Pilates class. This is real life. This is real life. And these are socioeconomic issues that affect the Black communities. And in particular, what I'm talking about today, Black women and the way we take care of our bodies and could take care of our health. Because when I want to be clear, when I'm talking about the Black body image, I'm specifically talking about health. I'm not going to touch on obesity and really too much of like the things that genetics does to affect your body makeup that make you a heavier set person versus a super thin person, because I don't think that's healthy. Do I know that they exist? Yes. Do I acknowledge that it exists? Absolutely. But my reasoning for not even making that the topic of discussion today is because I don't think that it always matters. You could be super thin and people are going to say you're unhealthy. You could be super big and people are going to say you're unhealthy. There is no winning, right? You could be normal size within the BMI that the doctors say that you're supposed to be in and have no booty, or have no boobs, and you're still going to get talked about, oh, she got a flat back, or, oh, she's got, it's no winning. There's no winning, which is why I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm just talking about the health factors and having just a healthy body, right? And then to also just add this on, because I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. I'm touching on the time. But people don't talk about how most meals connected to the Black community come from scarcity, right? You have to get creative because what you're being thrown, like collard greens, that is the leaf of the turnip. Or turnip greens. You know what I'm saying? A turnip is an actual vegetable. The top of it is considered the weed part that you twist off and deem unedible. And the slaves, gotta just get into it, it's still Black History Month, we're given that because it's the scraps. What do? We turn that into a household staple. Collard greens, turnip greens. It already has no nutritional value because it's the top of a turnip, but we cook it down with also scraps of meat that they were thrown, the pig foot, the snout, all that kind of stuff, and the ham hock, the parts that were deemed scraps, we're turning into something. And really we can deem it as being something extremely creative. I mean, it's ingenious to come up with meals that taste so good when you get the scraps, but it's still to say that a lot of the things connected to our community and our culture are because we had nothing. We got creative with nothing. It's literally the beginning of most of Black American culture is to have nothing and turn it into something, and then that something being something so big and so grand that the whole world is participating in it, right? So yeah, just be mindful, because I think we give ourselves a lot of negative slack as if it's our fault that a lot of these things are in place, and it's not. And of course you take some accountability in just like bettering your eating habits or whatever. I'm not saying don't take accountability, but I'm saying that these things we were raised on, and we have to try to unlearn and do better for the future generations. But it's not something we should beat ourselves up about, because it literally is something that we cannot prevent and change without mass change. And yeah, my book of the day was gonna be Feeding the Soul, because it's so ironic and it matched my outfit. But this is a book by Tabitha Brown. She also has a new book out that I just saw. I have to get that. But as I was talking today, I realized that the book of the day probably should be Hood Feminism, because Hood Feminism goes into the details about body image. Oh, and that's another thing I was gonna say about body image with the social media thing. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but like the whole new thing of plastic surgery, right? Here's where I get worried. Do I think every woman should have access to change her body in the ways that she wants to change her body? Absolutely. I don't think, unless it gets dangerous where you're going to little shabby doctors and stuff and you get injections that you don't know what's in them, that kind of stuff, no. But I think everybody should feel comfortable in their skin and have the bodily autonomy to do what they want with their body. I agree with that. But here's where it gets a little right? You are insecure or unhappy with the way your body looks, and then you have a daughter. And I think about that. Your daughter's looking at you like, dang, I don't have the booty like my mama got. I don't got the boobs like my mama got. I don't got this. Like, it's no one for them to look at that look like them and think, man, I might be all right. Like, my mom looked like me. I'm going to accept my body with pride. Now, they are the only person in your house that is looking the way they look, and they wondering like, wow, I don't feel pretty. You know, my mom has butt, I have no butt. My mom has boobs, I have no boobs. Like, I just think that's when it becomes unhealthy. And I think with social media, it's a lot of it now highlighted. I wouldn't say it's a lot, because I think a good majority of us are still natural bodied. You know what I mean? But those are the people that get pushed to the forefront. You know, all the, plastic surgery is very prevalent. And those are the people that go viral or get famous, or, oh, you're so pretty, and get all the praise. And that's negative. But yeah, that's the only thing I think is kind of damaging, is promoting the plastic surgery on the young people, because we already know young people, when you go through puberty and you go through life, it's already uncomfortable because you feel uncomfortable in the skin that you're in. Now, all of a sudden, it's a certain body image you try to maintain or have. And then let's not even get into our bodies are deemed just unattractive until Kim Kardashian or somebody does it. Now it's the next hottest thing, right? But learning to love the skin that you in is a hard road to be on, I know, for some people. But I would, if I could, encourage you to just embrace it. Embrace it. I don't care if you hit the gym to feel a little bit more better about it, whatever, but I would say going under the knife will be a last resort. It should be a last resort. But like I said, this was the book, Feeding the Soul. This was the book I was going to recommend for those of you who want like a self-help book that also has storyline in it. And I love the way she talks. There's recipes in this book too. She has vegan recipes, because she's vegan. So I would suggest y'all get this book if you're really into it. Now, if you want to get into the details of food deserts, inequality in the Black community, I would say this book, Hood Feminism. This is one of my favorite books. My friend gave me this. This is actually my friend's book, actually, by MIKKI KENDALL. And I'll put this in the description box as well. So I guess we have two book of the days. But this book talks a lot about what I talked about, the details. She gives you articles that she's read. She gives you other books you can go buy and read to get more information on it, about how the body image industry or healthcare industry is not inclusive of all shapes, sizes, colors, races, body types, whatever. Yeah, I think I'll get a quote out of this book, because I know exactly where she has a chapter called Black Girls Don't Have Eating Disorders, and that's a lot about what I talked about today. I guess I'll read this. She says, meanwhile, Even though we know that body mass index isn't really useful or healthy, and we are increasingly aware that diets don't work, we still as a society hold up thin white bodies as the standard of healthy. You might expect the medical industry to be better than to feed into disordered relationship with food, but doctors are more likely to ignore all available research that shows that being overweight doesn't increase mortality in favor of their own fat phobia. And just like the pharmaceutical industry, just like the food industry, just like all large industries that involve major corporations, we know that picking on people's insecurities makes money. We know this. So we know that the flat tummy teas and the weight loss pills and the waist trainers and all these things may work in like a tiny 0.1%, but it's more damaging to the person, right? But they make money from it. They're making $30 off of y'all from buying. Even the girls that's out here selling the courses now, no shade, because a good workout course will let you know what you need to do in the gym. But selling you the courses on like, buy this waist trainer and then these pills and you'll lose weight, this flat tummy tea. Those things are just detoxing your intestines and making you lose a little bit of weight. But you can't still just be eating unhealthy and expect nothing. You can't be not working out and expect to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, healthiness is not about a flat tummy tea. Sorry to tell you. And they making money off of y'all. I don't want y'all to be exploited. That's all. I want us to research and read and know what's good for our bodies and know what's not good for our bodies, and just take that into accord. Working out, being more active. It's not just good for losing weight. It's good to just have your bones moving so that when you're 90 years old and you make it to 90, you still can pop, lock, and drop. Okay. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I'll do 2 books of the day. Please, please, please go to the description box because I'm going to link like 8 articles down there that I have read about just body image and Black women and eating disorders and all that kind of stuff, because I love articles about that. Also look up Dr. Ebony Butler. She is a licensed psychologist that talks a lot about Black women with the food stuff. Look her up on Instagram, whatever, go look that up. She has a lot of good information. The articles will be in the description box. Don't forget to go to the website, y'all, www.homegirlintervention.com, and go check it out. Also, go follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, I love y'all so very much. Walk into this week confident. Oh, song of the day. I don't know a song for food. What's the song that's like embracing your body? I don't know. Let's do Like That by MILLI. Listen to that on your way into work on Monday morning, right? Confidence high. Can't nobody tell you nothing, period. But yes, I love y'all so very much. Be confident this week. Don't let nobody tell you about you, and send this video to people that need to hear it, because we need to spread this information around our community, and work together to better ourselves, to make a better world. Okay. Love y'all so very much. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.
Order in the court. Me first, you sure. On my time, been off yours. Boss bitches to the floor.